Hey everyone! The relationship between Elon Musk and streaming giant Netflix is a topic that continues to spark heated debates and controversies in various circles. These two never seem to see eye to eye, and their conflicts often escalate into full-blown dramatic showdowns that add extra spice to today's media landscape. Today, we're diving into the latest chapter of this saga, which has once again captured the interest of millions around the world, including all our American friends. And if you're interested, stick around, be sure to subscribe, and hit that like button so you don't miss a single juicy detail. As it turns out, Netflix recently released a 4-episode miniseries titled Transitional Age, also known as Adolescence in some translations. The title varies. This project instantly became a massive hit, racking up over 66 million views in just 2 weeks. A clear testament to its popularity. However, with this success came waves of criticism, particularly regarding the series' storyline and narrative choices. New accusations and old conflicts. According to multiple sources, Elon Musk, known for his sharp comments on social media, couldn't resist weighing in on the new series. In one of his posts, he wryly yet pointedly remarked that transitional age is infused with what he calls anti-white propaganda. In his view, the creators deliberately changed the racial identity of the criminal character to inject a dose of political correctness and spark even more controversy. Musk retweeted a post accusing Netflix and the show's writers of using anti-white rhetoric, adding a brief but striking comment beneath it. Wow, what madness! His words quickly went viral, gathering thousands of comments and reactions from people all over the world, especially among American audiences, who are always keenly aware of issues surrounding identity and cultural stereotypes. At the same time, the conflict was further fueled by another high-profile incident. Vivian Wilson, Elon Musk's daughter, who was known as his son until her bold transition, sharply criticized her father during a recent Twitch stream. According to her, Musk was an absolute asshole who constantly forced her and her younger sister to participate in his gaming marathons to maintain his so-called super gamer image. She didn't hold back, accusing him of pretending to be an expert in games like Overwatch, while in reality, he was nothing more than a mediocre player. Vivian's harsh words, including calling him dog shit, ignited a firestorm of online discussion and spawned countless memes, particularly among American netizens, where the freedom of expression and the ability to speak one's mind are held in high regard. What exactly is transitional age? Let's take a closer look at what this mini-series is all about. Transitional Age tells the story of a 13-year-old boy accused of brutally murdering a girl from his school. Interestingly, the creators claim that their work isn't based on any specific real-life case, but rather is a composite representation of similar crimes that have occurred in the United Kingdom. However, as is often the case these days, the public wasn't satisfied with a straightforward explanation. One user on the social network X, formerly Twitter, suggested that the series is actually inspired by a specific real incident that happened in Southport, where the perpetrator was a local teenager of a different racial background. The author of that post argued that the deliberate change to a white perpetrator was a calculated move by the creators to undermine the notion of anti-white propaganda. Naturally, this theory resonated with many, and the debate only intensified. Despite all the heated discussion, the creators of the series didn't shy away from addressing the controversy. Jack Thorne, one of the screenwriters, categorically refuted the claim that Transitional Age is based on real events in a recent interview. He stated that any resemblance to actual incidents is purely coincidental, and that the series' main goal was to explore the issue of masculinity and to delve into how modern society perceives growing up, responsibility, and violence. Thorne emphasized, we never intended to focus on the racial identity of the perpetrators. Our aim was to show that such tragedies can occur in any community, and that youth violence is a global problem that transcends skin color. His remarks, of course, received both support and criticism, adding another layer to the ongoing debate surrounding the series: the role of social media in fueling the fire. It's impossible not to notice how quickly and unexpectedly events unfold in the age of social media. Every word from Elon Musk or Vivian Wilson instantly goes viral and becomes fodder for heated discussions on platforms like Twitter, X, Reddit, and many others. This phenomenon is especially evident in the United States, where the open expression of opinions and active participation in online debates have long been integral parts of the culture. With platforms like TikTok and Instagram, even the most scandalous incidents become global events, and the emotions they stir up translate into a massive avalanche of comments and shares. In this context, it's worth noting that criticism coming from well-known figures like Elon Musk always generates an enormous response. The billionaire has repeatedly raised concerns not only about the content on Netflix, but also about how modern streaming services influence public opinion. Musk has often claimed that the policies of these platforms tend to stray from the interests of ordinary viewers, resulting in content that loses its depth and originality. In this light, his comments about transitional age serve as yet another example of how even industry giants aren't immune from criticism over their creative choices. Additional facts and new developments to give you, our dear friends, the most comprehensive picture of the situation, and we've turned to the latest news and updates from the entertainment world. According to various online sources, the debate surrounding transitional age is only intensifying. Some experts note that these kinds of controversies are not merely trendy topics, but rather significant phenomena reflecting deep social and cultural shifts in modern society. In particular, leading American publications are pointing out that such series act as mirrors for societal change and offer insight into how today's youth view issues of identity, tolerance, and accountability. It's interesting to observe that alongside the discussion of the series itself, particular characters in the show are also drawing attention for their polarizing portrayals. For instance, many critics argue that the attempt to create a stereotypical villain by altering the criminal's racial background is ethically questionable. On one hand, the creators insist that their goal was to highlight the universality of the problem. On the other, some users believe that this tactic deliberately distorts real events and stokes further conflicts. These debates are evident both in the comment sections of social media posts and in analytical articles on popular entertainment websites. Moreover, it should be noted that the conflict between Elon Musk and Netflix is not an isolated incident. Last year, Musk was also actively involved in debates over what he termed anti-white propaganda, taking issue with decisions made by major media companies like Disney and Netflix. His criticism, always accompanied by his characteristic sharp wit and irony, continues to garner both massive support and fierce backlash, highlighting just how polarized today's media environment has become. Family dynamics and personal dramas. Beyond the public battles, the topic of family dynamics in Musk's household remains a hot topic. Recent internet chatter and streams reveal that the relationship between Elon and his daughter Vivian is highly strained. In one of her recent Twitch streams, Vivian spoke very candidly and emotionally about how her father constantly forced her and her sister to participate in his gaming sessions to bolster his super gamer persona. According to her, this charade was nothing more than an attempt to mask his actual incompetence in games like Overwatch. "My father was nothing but a pathetic mediocrity," she said, "and all his boasting about his gaming skills was just a vain attempt to create an image that simply doesn't exist." These words sparked an outpouring of emotions online, with many users, especially in the US, where celebrity personal dramas often become national sensations, jumping into the discussion. The family drama involving Musk has undoubtedly added another layer to his already controversial public image. Many believe that these personal disputes and public spats only worsen the general perception of the billionaire, making him an even more divisive figure. And while Elon Musk tends to avoid delving into his family's personal affairs, his public statements and Vivian's candid critiques continue to fuel an ongoing media frenzy that keeps millions of viewers around the globe, particularly in the United States, riveted. Why this matters to the American audience. Dear friends from the USA, this conflict isn't just another spat between two famous figures. It touches on numerous issues, from cultural identity and freedom of speech to media accountability and family values. In an era where streaming services and online platforms are our main sources of entertainment, discussions like these profoundly influence how we perceive content, evaluate the decisions of major corporations, and identify the issues that truly matter. American audiences have always been among the most vocal and active when it comes to issues of free speech and expression. Whenever topics like racial identity, tolerance, or media manipulation come up, people in the US are quick to engage in open debates, share their opinions, and spark nationwide conversations. This is exactly why the controversy surrounding transitional age has generated such a huge response. Some Americans see it as a deliberate attempt to manipulate public consciousness, while others believe that any effort to shed light on youth violence deserves attention, regardless of how it's presented. Furthermore, in today's competitive landscape, where streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and Hulu vie for viewers' attention, content policies have become increasingly significant. The public debates over new projects, controversial creative decisions, and criticisms of content creators are all part of a larger game, one in which both companies and audiences have a role in shaping future trends. That's why it's so important for each of us to stay informed, keep up with the latest updates, and never hesitate to express our opinions, because it's through these conversations that real change happens. New data and insights from online sources. Over the past few weeks, numerous news outlets and analytical blogs have tried to get to the bottom of the conflict between Elon Musk, Netflix, and the creators of the miniseries. Some experts note that this incident is a logical extension of long-standing disagreements between major tech and media corporations. One popular American publication suggested that the debate over anti-white propaganda only highlights a deep divide in how cultural values are perceived in modern society. Analysts believe that these differences signal that today's media landscape is evolving into a battleground for ideological purity and the independence of opinion. Other sources point out that the criticism directed at Netflix isn't solely about the content of a single series. It's also about the company's overall strategy of promoting content that often sparks controversy and divides public opinion. Some experts argue that this strategy might be a deliberate move to attract more viewers, although it risks triggering mass backlash and even boycotts from a segment of the audience. Issues like racial stereotypes and the manipulation of public sentiment are especially pertinent in American society. Additionally, some bloggers and social media commentators have remarked that the conflict between Elon Musk and Netflix has deep roots, tied to the billionaire's personal beliefs about creative freedom and the responsibility of major corporations to their users. In an interview published on a well-known tech portal, one expert noted that Musk has long expressed his dissatisfaction with the policies of streaming services, arguing that when a platform strays from the interest of its people, it loses its soul and becomes nothing more than a tool for propaganda. His words resonate with final thoughts and a call to action. In wrapping up this whirlwind tale, it's clear that the conflict between Elon Musk, Netflix, and the creators of Transitional Age isn't just... If you're following these developments closely, please be sure to subscribe to our channel, leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to hit that like button. Your engagement really helps us grow and continue delivering the most We're wrapping up today's coverage, but know that the saga between Elon Musk and Netflix is far from over. Keep an eye on the latest updates because the world of entertainment is constantly evolving, and every new piece of news might just spark the next big conversation. Your opinion matters, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about these controversies? How do you believe modern media should balance being both entertaining and responsible to its viewers? We're confident that such discussions will help create a more aware and just society where every voice is heard. Your comments, likes, and subscriptions are what drive us to keep bringing you the most current and captivating news. By the way, if you want to learn more about the latest trends in streaming, upcoming projects, and the controversies already brewing around them, be sure to check out our blog and subscribe for updates. We're constantly working to bring you the freshest, most reliable information, backed by expert opinions and the latest data from across the internet. Only then can we ensure that our news remains relevant in this ever-changing world. Transitional Age isn't just a series, it's a platform for discussion and reflection. It tackles important topics like the impact of mass media on public perception, issues of race. In conclusion, the media wars between major personalities and corporations are an inevitable part of our modern digital world. As one of the most influential figures on the planet, Elon Musk will always attract attention with his provocative opinions, while Netflix, as a leading entertainment powerhouse, is bound to face criticism over its creative decisions. However, it is through these very debates that we come to understand what's happening around us and foster a dialogue within society. Only together can we find common ground and move forward despite all the differences. Thank you for spending your time with us. If you enjoyed our coverage, please leave your comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss any new, interesting material. We're always thrilled to welcome new subscribers and engage in discussions with you. Until next time, stay tuned and remember, your opinion matters. This has been your friendly host, dedicated to bringing you the brightest and most current stories from the world of entertainment to all our American viewers and to everyone else. See you soon, take care, and enjoy every moment.